Today we are at the Los Altos Police Department with esteemed motor officer and patroller police officer, Officer Friebel. Hi.
Hi.
It's an honor to interview you today with this awesome dog
Yes,
too.
This is Boyd.
Oh, hi Boyd. I love golden retrievers. They're my favorite type of dog. Anyway, getting back on topic, police officers stand as a symbol of justice, installing safety and, well, justice in the community. So you are a motor officer, but before we get to that, what inspired you to become a police officer?
Back in 4th grade, we had a career day where everyone's parents came to school. One of my friend's parents was a police officer. He explained the job and it intrigued me. I thought it was super cool, so ever since then I wanted to be a police officer. I think actually my answer when they asked what occupation did we like the best, I said police officer, but I want to be a ninja police officer. You know,
wow!
A little special.
Yep.
Yeah. And then ever since then, just growing up, I knew there was a calling to come to law enforcement, and so eventually I made the jump into it.
That's so cool. Career day. We really should put it in the schools nowadays. My school doesn't have it. I want a career day.
I think it's a great, it's a great benefit.
Yep. So, a motor officer. The first thing that I thought of was motorcycles. So do you balance cars and motorcycles, or is it there like a vehicle of transportation that you most prefer?
So most of the time as a motor officer, you're supposed to be on the motorcycle solely. If it's inclement weather, then we'll jump into a patrol car just so we're not getting rained on the whole time. But I am specifically supposed to be on the motorcycle. There's a specific training just to be a motor officer. And that's about a 2-month process versus you get a couple days behind the wheel and now you're certified to be an emergency vehicle operator. But as of right now, due to staffing, I've been pulled to patrol, so I'm working patrol and have a trainee currently.
Wow! So training is a very important part of being an esteemed police officer and making sure that you follow the law book and install safety in the community. So what type of training do you go through?
For police officers in general, you're going to go through about a 7-month academy. We send our officers to Alameda County Academy. We send them to the San Jose City Academy. We've even sent them to the South Bay Consortium, which is down in Morgan Hill, South San Jose area. But 7 months of basically learning your penal code, your vehicle code, learning defensive tactics, learning how to properly manipulate a firearm, learning how to investigate crimes, and then eventually you graduate and you come back to the police department, where you will spend another, usually no less than 4 months on what's called field training. And if you pass field training, then you have still another 1.5 years of being a solo officer before you're off probation.
Wow, that's so cool. And that just brought me on topic.
Yeah.
So what is a usual day of patrolling in a police car or on a motorcycle and being a motor officer? Like, what's the basic rundown? What infractions do you check for?
Okay. Well, we'll start with the patrol vehicle. Typical day, we start off in our morning briefing. Night shift will usually pass down any information that we need or that they think we might need. And then we log into our vehicles. We go out on early morning patrols if there's no calls for service. As far as infractions, every officer is different. Some officers focus mostly on traffic only type of deal. Other officers are looking for suspicious incidents or circumstances that might be occurring. As far as for traffic, we look for expired registration. We look for lights, the tail lights, headlights out. We look for no license plate because the paper plates has been a thing in the past. And California made it so that it has to be a dealer plate, temporary plate. We might look for moving violations, so those are all non-moving violations, infractions that are correctable. And then as far as moving violations, stop sign, running stop sign, speeding, running a stop light, maybe improper lane change. There's a whole book full of them.
Wow, we've been caught doing a few of those. So safety is a big concern that police officers like you and motor officers are concerned with. As in installing safety in a sense of, not running over pedestrians, obeying stop signs, not running through the traffic lights, like you said. But there's also a sense of safety, like we have a personal responsibility for our safety. So it's quite a dangerous job, especially when you're on like high-speed chases. How do you make sure that you guys stay safe?
Well, we do go through annual training. I think it's every other year we have to go through what's called EVOC, the Emergency Vehicle Operator course, so that we can stay up to date with parameters of what our vehicle is capable of doing, because we're not driving these vehicles at top speeds and super tactically all throughout the day, so it's good to get additional training on that. Being very cognitive of our surroundings, we do have a computer inside there that we are constantly utilizing, so we do have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, not only watching for any hazards on the roadway, but also manipulating the computer to the side of us. Our vehicles are specially equipped. These are pursuit rated, so they have a stiffer suspension, they have traditionally more power, so they are a safer car to operate at higher speeds.
Wow. It's like all of the nice parts in a nutshell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. These are very, very capable vehicles. Would you like to see the interior of a car? I can show you the motorcycles. I can give you a tour of what vehicles we have available to us.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we'll start right here. This is the patrol vehicle that I'm in today with one of the trainees. We are indeed going to the black and white color scheme. Normally, as you can see from those other vehicles, we were blue and white. We're just updating it, giving it a more modern look.
Nice, sleek.
Sleek. Obviously, here's the passenger side, but from here, you can see we have a driver. We're usually one officer per vehicle, but the driver's there. There's a computer in there that we're able to get all of our returns. And say if we're going to run out a driver's license or a person's ID, we'll get all the returns right there. All of the controls for the various different lights we have all throughout the vehicle, the siren, the one down below here, that microphone is for the PA system that we have in the front, so if we need to let a lot of people know what's going on, we can blast it out there with that microphone.
Smart.
The microphone up by the computer is for the radio if we don't use the hand pack. And as we get in just a little bit further, I'll let the camera go in there. You can see that we have a rifle and a 40mm launcher, less lethal. And so those are locked in there at all times. Only the officers are aware of where the unlock button is for safety purposes, obviously. But they are left there unloaded, again, for safety purposes, so that if for whatever reason we were to get into a crash, there is no bullet in the chamber, there is no round in the 40mm launcher that would cause damage to the vehicle.
Yay!
And then we'll go back here. The rear seat, the cage.
The cage.
Not always intended for in custody individuals, but sometimes if we need to transport someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are arrested or in custody. We may even just do a courtesy transport. A lot of times we have elderly individuals that may suffer from dementia, something of that nature, where they don't know how to get back home, but we're able to determine where their house is, and then we can just have them take a seat right there and give them a ride to their house.
Mythbusters.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
And as you can see, it's not the most comfortable seat, so obviously for an elderly individual, we usually opt to let them sit in the front seat. But no places to store things, no places to hide anything. It's a very basic and generally uncomfortable position. So for anyone that wants to have a seat in the back of a police vehicle, I don't recommend it. It's not fun, especially when your hands are behind your back. And then coming to the rear, we have a lot in these vehicles. So safety cones if we need. This is an entire breaching backpack, so if we ever need to get into a location in a very quick manner, we have bolt cutters, we have a Halligan pry bar, we have a ram, we have, I think it's another pry bar as well.
Whoa.
This is my trainee's beat bag. Everything that he would need for the most part is in here for his everyday patrol. So paperwork, gloves, hand sanitizer, most of it's paperwork, but a lot of extra things that we can utilize while we're out there, safety glasses. And up here, more gloves, caution tape, orange paint, and the paint's usually for either marking where evidence is, or say we have a collision that needs to be documented, we can mark where the tires were or where the point of rest was, so that once everything's been moved, we can measure it out more efficiently. And then this is just a measure out, and then just extra bags and evidence kits. And this one's gonna be a little hard, my apologies to get to. Fire extinguisher, a full evidence kit, Non-rebreather mask, medical kit, all tied in, and an AED, automatic external defibrillator. So we do respond to medical calls, and sometimes we've had to deploy the AED for someone that may have sustained a heart attack.
Wow. So in the case of a person calling 911, because like of a heart attack or an emergency, a medical emergency, does the EMS automatically know, or do the police officers first go there and analyze and then call the EMS?
So specifically in this city, the call will go directly to police dispatch if you call 911.
Okay.
Police dispatch will then triage or filter that call. If it's a medical only call, they will forward it to the fire dispatch. They will dispatch it out to say either ambulance and fire is responding, or if it's just for a medical transport but somehow they decided to dial 911, then they'll send it straight to the ambulance. If it's anything that police might need to be involved with, such as a possible death that's been undocumented or not under hospice care, we will respond and document it. If it's an injury even that seems a little odd that might need additional documentation past what fire would document, we respond as well. So we are prepared for a lot of those situations. Obviously, the fire truck has all the tools you would ever need. So we always hope that they get there at the same time as us, but sometimes we have to take action too.
No wonder. Sometimes I see like a barrage of fire trucks, and then after that, like 3 police cars just like rushing through the street.
Yep, because usually we want them there getting all set up. If we need to clear the roadway, sometimes we'll jump in front of the fire truck and get people to move to the side as the fire truck's coming behind us. There's never a shortage on lights and sirens to make it safe for everyone.
Yeah, I love those lights.
Yes. So
Color
that's
coordinated.
pretty much the patrol car. As you can see, we have quite a few of them, a couple of them left, but we have the blue and whites or the black and whites. The gray one down here is actually Corporal Vernon's canine vehicle. So that's where Boyd gets to stay.
Canine.
And then Chief's vehicle and another patrol vehicle down there. We'll come over here. The white Ford Transit van is our evidence van. So we do have an evidence tech, Jen Pena. She utilizes that for if we have evidence that's too big to store here. We have an external storage facility that she can load it up into there and take it to that facility. And then our community service officer, Rick Schoonover, the guy that you're usually going to see out by the schools issuing parking citations, or maybe even downtown. That's his vehicle. Another extra patrol vehicle, it's just a Tahoe. That is our range/SWAT truck. So whenever we get deployed on a SWAT operation, or just if we're going to go to range and get everyone qualified on the operation and manipulation of a firearm, we'll take that out there with all the tools we're going to need. And then even our record staff has court cars, we call them, but it's a support staff vehicle. If they need to go run errands for department purposes, they use that. And then another patrol vehicle.
Wow, I feel like I'm seeing the inside like procedures.
You're getting the full tour. You're getting the full tour. This is our range trailer. Right now it's being utilized for storage.
Whoa.
And then just a quick little shot over there. You might have seen these throughout Los Altos. These are our radar trailers. So that's another method for us to confirm if, say, a complaint comes out for a speed-related street. If someone's speeding out on San Antonio Expressway or San Antonio Road and they say it's between Almond and El Camino Real, we'll set this up somewhere in between, maybe in a position where we think a lot of people might just get on the pedal and start speeding. And then we can confirm if people are speeding out there without constantly allocating an officer to that location.
That's so
Did you do that?
genius.
Thank you. So we have a few of them out right now, but there's at least 3 of them there. As you can see, physical fitness is a very important part of being a police officer. So we do have our own mini gym, but it does the job just to keep us in shape. And then moving over here, my favorite.
Motors.
Motors. This is Sergeant Taylor's bike, fellow Officer Vitarello's bike, and then my bike sits back there. I haven't got my name tag put on it. We just switched me from the other one, so I used to ride that one in the far back. Now I'm in the newer bike closer to us, and then that one in the back is our trainer bike. So if we get a new officer that comes on the motors, we utilize one bike that can be crashed a little bit without hurting the newer ones. And then,
Transformers.
yeah, exactly. They are very advanced vehicles. I love these things. And then our bicycles, because we do have a bicycle team, you have to get specially certified for that in order to ride a bicycle. And then the 2 bikes in the front here on chargers, we actually just got. They are our e-bikes for police bikes. Yeah.
Wow, nice. On the environmental standpoint too.
Oh yeah, and we got to keep up with the times. Everyone's got e-bikes.
Yep.
I think that's it for our vehicles.
Wow. Oh, whoa. I never knew this whole thing existed.
Oh yeah.
So. Would you mind telling me about this entourage of gear on your uniform?
Absolutely. All right, we will start from the top. So this is a load-bearing vest. Underneath it is a Kevlar body armor, soft body armor. Not necessarily bulletproof, but definitely bullet resistant up to a certain caliber. And it can still move with our body, so we're not super rigid all day. Obviously, we have the badge here. This is my body-worn camera. So anytime we have an interaction with the general public, or anytime we might be conducting an investigation and it might need to be documented for any purposes, we just click it on and it records. It will record 30 seconds prior, just visually, no audible. So if I were talking to you right now and I forgot to activate my body-worn camera, it'll capture what I'm seeing for 30 seconds. And then as soon as I turn it on, it'll capture the audio. Then we have our radio. My radio goes open over my shoulder and attaches to this down here. Flashlight. Every officer needs a flashlight. You never know when it's going to get dark.
Yep.
Tourniquet, just in case.
Ooh.
This is a taser. I'm sure you've heard of it. What it does is a non-lethal round, or a non-lethal tool that we use. It'll shoot 2 barbs that are connected with wires. And then on this side, there's a battery that sends electronic pulses to temporarily incapacitate someone for approximately 5 seconds. This
is the safest interview I've ever conducted.
Great, I'm glad.
I feel protected, Mom.
Moving on. Handcuff, one here, one here, one here. These are magazines for use in pistol. Wow. So we like to be prepared. We never want to use this, but if we have to, we want to make sure that we have enough rounds to get through whatever situation we might be dealing with. Another small flashlight, although I love the big flashlight, this is great for when I'm maybe trying to read something in the dark, or I'm making contact with someone. Very small flashlight, just click it on, it illuminates right here without anyone in the driver's seat in front of us seeing where I am with the flashlight.
Ooh, that's cool. And then, of course, we have our microphone. Interview purposes only.
We'll do it right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect.
So moving forward, this is a pouch I like to carry extra resources, cards that help me keep on task, remembering what I'm supposed to do, Miranda card for verbal admonishment, verbatim, as well as, I apologize, I don't have any with me right now, but I'll get them to you before you are gone here. We usually carry things for the resources like stickers, little police tattoo, water tattoos, stuff like that. Just PR kind of stuff.
It's like Trader Joe's beef.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing in that one. Cell phone holder.
Wow, oh my gosh, I want a vest like that.
Keys. Then obviously, last but not least, pistol, 9mm, Glock 17. Yeah. And then obviously the whole uniform, boots, long pants. We're not allowed to wear sandals.
So do you wear this to work every day, or is it only like, for example, firefighters? They basically put on their whole entourage of gear after the alarm sounds?
Nope, this is usually we are all dressed out by about 5:30 to 5:45 in the morning.
Yes. Holy.
Very, very early. And we wear this exact same gear all throughout the day. And we work a 12-hour shift, so it's 6 to 6. So usually it's about by 5:45 in the morning to 6:15 at night, we are wearing this entire uniform.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, and it is between the duty belt and the load-bearing vest, ballpark, they can deviate a little bit, but ballpark about 35 pounds that you're wearing.
I would love to try one on, except I'd probably collapse from the weight. It's okay.
A lot of people don't realize that radar actually shoots out of our radar gun in a cone pattern. So it picks up everything coming at you. So if you have multiple vehicles, you kind of have to be able to look up and see which one's traveling faster than which when you get a speed indication. LiDAR is a laser, and that's sometimes you might see me out on Foothill Expressway or out on El Camino Real, anywhere that we might have a speeding issue. And if you see an officer just holding it right up against their face, that's usually LiDAR. And what that is, there's a little aperture in there. You put that dot on the car that you think is speeding, pull the trigger, it immediately detects how fast the laser is bouncing off, and it tells you the exact speed of that car regardless of who's to the left or right of them.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's like superhero equipment.
It's pretty advanced. I love those things. And then less advanced, obviously, is if we are just in our vehicle, our speedometers are calibrated. And we have to get them recalibrated every year. So if we end up following behind someone, we can verify what the calibrated speed is based off of our speedometers by pacing them.
Wow. The fact that speedometers are like the less cool things makes me want to drive one of these even more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. As you see, there's a lot of people coming in, and which emphasizes this point, teamwork. You have teamwork within a department and with other departments and jurisdictions too. So can you please elaborate on that, of how everybody is interconnected to ensure that the communities are a safe place?
Absolutely. Well, obviously we have our group of officers here. Los Altos is a relatively small department, so we are mandatory to have at least 3 officers working at any given time, which is a watch commander and at least 2 officers. Generally, we like to be staffed with 4 or more, just so we don't get spread out too thin. As far as interagency cooperation, we have Mountain View, Palo Alto Timor West, and then we have Sunnyvale and Cupertino to the south and southeast. Anytime we have an incident, say that we might need assistance with, that borders that town, and I'll give an example of that. So yesterday, actually, it was the reverse. Mountain View had an incident that was occurring that was just on the other side of our border from them.
Oh.
It required almost all of their resources, which is quite a lot because they have a lot of units working over there.
Yep.
And so they requested that Palo Alto and that Los Altos would send units over to assist. So my trainee and I had the opportunity to go over there and assist with that incident. But it's very, very common if we need help. Say, like today we have a canine, not just this one, but especially trained for gun detection.
Ooh.
If, say, Sunnyvale, Mountain View, Palo Alto, or Cupertino needed assistance that would involve a canine, we can bring our dog and help them.
I see. Yep. That's so cool.
And then coming back to the less tactical side, going to more of the traffic side, our motor officers, oftentimes we will get either requests from other agencies all throughout the county, inter-county cooperation to do traffic enforcement. Say if San Jose wants to target a specific area that is just notorious for speeding or for people running stop signs, whatever the case may be, they can request that we all come over there, and usually it's a big group of motorcycles, generally 20 plus motorcyclists out there looking for violations in a specific area. We have done that here in Los Altos, had them placed throughout the city and target locations where we have common violations. Spent the better part of 6 hours just watching for those violations, not always issuing citations, sometimes educating the public.
Yes.
That is a major part of traffic and being on the motors team. Is there's the 3 E's of traffic, which is education, enforcement, and engineering. Obviously, engineering we have a little less involvement in, other than just recommendations to make an intersection safer or a roadway safer. But definitely the enforcement by issuing a citation or just pulling someone over, letting them know that they do have a vehicle code violation, not necessarily issuing them a citation, just a warning. Maybe they want to get something fixed on their vehicle, or maybe that driving habit isn't the safest.
That is so awesome. And then so education is a big part of like telling the community, okay, we're here to help you, and then in order for you to help us, we have like these. And so when you follow it every single day, you're not only not getting infracted, but also you're making sure that your society is a safer place. So how do you do community outreach?
We've done an open house in the past where it's getting warm. We have an open house in the front parking lot where we have, say, a cone zone. A lot of people like to bicycle in there, and so we teach about riding through obstacles. We even have an area where people can just walk through and determine the best course of action. Say we stage it up like there's a stop sign right here. What's the best course of action that you think as a driver you're supposed to do when you come to a stop sign? Well, we come up to a stop sign, look right, look left, proceed forward when safe to do so. Sometimes they may go past the stop sign, and we warn them that that's also a safety issue. You're supposed to come to a stop prior to the stop bar, and then when it's safe to do so, after you've cleared the lanes, you can slowly creep forward and make sure that it's safe to go through the intersection. In events like that is where we do definitely try to reach out to the community. We also have a Driver Safety Awareness Month that we usually do an Instagram post, Facebook post, something of that nature, just to advise. There's a Teen Driver Awareness Month. There's a post on Instagram a few months back that we just try to get to as many people as we can, because we know that not everyone can be in person at these events, but at least on Instagram or social media of some sort, they're able to see it even if they look back and get the information. And then, like I said, when just generally contacting the public, we get people that will just come up and ask us a question about an area that they're unfamiliar with, what is illegal to do there, and we can just educate verbally, even if prompted.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like using technology and using social interactions to make sure the world is a better place.
Yes, ma'am.
So, let's go here. What do you like best about your job? There's so many things to like and to enjoy and to cherish, but what's your favorite?
My favorite, I'm going to have to say top of the line. I'll give you a couple of them, but top of the line is the people I work with. We are rather particular with Los Altos in who we hire. They have to not only be qualified and can handle the job, but also we like cohesiveness. We want our family, which is our patrol team, our entire department, to mesh. So I think Los Altos has done a great job of hiring people in the past that work well together, that have that family-oriented kind of mindset. Yes, and so I would say that's my favorite, and then just barely below that, I would say it's the community. A lot of people work for communities that there's a lot of good people in those communities, but there's also a lot of bad people in those communities.
Yeah.
Generally, Los Altos is considered a relatively safe place, and most of the public, I can say, like the police department. So I get a lot of waves, a lot of thumbs up, I get a lot of people smiling, asking me how my day is. And that actually makes my job that much easier, and wanting to come to work is to know that the community appreciates the job we do.
That's so heartfelt. Ah! The next time I see a police officer, I'll have to wave.
Absolutely, we love it.
And hope the windows aren't tinted dark.
Yeah.
That literally, a question just popped into my mind. How are speed limits established?
Okay. For most cases, there are specific scenarios, such as a school. A school does not necessarily need, or a school zone, does not necessarily need what's called a speed survey. A school, the city can set their specific miles per hour that you can go. So for instance, in front of Los Altos High School and Almond School, in front of the school itself, when children are present, so usually during drop-off and pick-up in the afternoon and morning, it's 15 miles per hour. So if there's a child present anywhere on the sidewalk between any of the part of the day, specifically we try to target those times because there's more children. But if you're going over 15 miles an hour, you're probably going to get pulled over if there's a police officer present. That being said, for the general roadways, such as like Foothill Expressway, San Antonio Road, major thoroughfares, usually you need a speed survey, which again requires an engineer to come out there. They will usually establish, I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but the one that I'm most familiar with is they will establish 2 cords across the road. And they'll space them specifically a distance from each other, so that as a vehicle travels over this cord, it picks up the detection, and then as it travels over that cord, it picks up the detection. And based on the time gap between the 2 cords, it will establish that that vehicle was going 45 miles per hour, something of that nature. And it will catalog that data for anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. That will have the engineers have that out there. They will then take all that data, find the 80th percentile, 85th percentile of travelers. So say, for instance, the 85th percentile of travelers on Foothill Expressway travel 50 miles per hour. They won't raise it necessarily to 50. They'll keep it at a safer speed of 45 and say that the speed limit is 45. And generally, most officers won't pull someone over going over 50 or between 45 and 50 miles per hour. It's when you get to a more egregious speed, that's when we start taking action. So that's how we determine the speed limits. But there are other methods, such as constituting a residential zone or a residential street as automatically 25 miles per hour.
Okay. Wow. That's so cool, and that's so smart. I never questioned the logic behind them. Wow. My brain just exploded. I love this interview. Thank you so much for taking the time for me to interview you.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the
so
interview.
much.
Very well organized.
Thank you. Very well answered.
Thank you.
High five. It's a tradition.